What have you learnt from your audience feedback?
Audience feedback was especially important for this production, as to begin with, I based my target audience on teenagers aged between 16 to 25. I decided to target this age group as this is the age group mostly affected by bullying. However, after conducting further research, I found audience feedback especially helped me, having realised my film also targeted another audience. After conducting the audience research, I found out that my film especially targeted mothers aged 35 to 45, even more so than teenagers. This is because mothers this age would have children aged between 12 and 17, so this is my new teenage target audience. The reason why I feel my film especially targets mothers is that the film is heavily focused on the mother's point of view and how she has dealt with her situation.
To begin my research, I began by creating a questionnaire to gather information on likes and dislikes within my short film. From my research, I represented my findings using pie charts and bar charts. I thought a question that was especially important was what my audience disliked about the idea. I then conducted a peer assessment to gather opinions within the animatic stage. I found this particularly useful as I added in the bullying scene to suggest the passing of time and showing happy memories of both the mother and daughter. This was from the audience feedback. I did this to develop my narrative. Further audience research I have conducted involves deciding on the poster design. I have experimented with composition of both the lead image and the text on the poster. I then created 3 designs and my audience voted which they liked best. This was decided on a poll vote. As there wasn't an overall favourite, I decided to conduct a full focus group to create a final design. During this focus group, I found all of my audience liked different aspects from each film poster. Therefore, within this discussion, I asked them about their favourite component of each film poster, and from these results, I created a final design based on the favourite aspects of each of the 3 individual film posters. Another aspect I required audience feedback on was the logo design for my 30 Seconds campaign. To complete this research, I created a poll on my blog. I created a total of 3 logo designs, but I discovered that my audience preferred logo design 3. From this research, I was able to design the logo which my audience preferred and included this final design within my bullying campaign. Further on in the planning stages, I created another 2 polls to find out what my audience associated with both a 15-year-old and a 35 to 40-year-old mother. This poll especially helped me decide on what the majority of audience viewed as conventional clothing for 15-year-old daughters and 35 to 40-year-old mothers. Therefore, from these results, I was able to ensure the clothing chosen was appropriate for both age groups. I then conducted a second peer assessment after completing the first edit. There wasn't too many aspects to change, there was only a few aspects that needed alteration. This included the volume and adjusting shot durations. Towards the end stages of my short film, I was undecided about to include the suicide letter while it was being read or to leave the footage blank. To find out what my audience preferred, I created a poll. From these results, I discovered that my audience preferred the idea of included footage. I then received feedback on the suicide letter footage. These targets included not to use so much of the letter and only include the extreme close-up shots. I found this feedback especially helpful when completing the last scene of my short film.